All right, so let's start. Number 1 there, the center. That's what I get from the numerators. And you take the opposite of what's there. So I have x minus 2 and y minus 1. So what do you think the center of this ellipse will be? Positive 2, comma, positive 1. So that's where the center of the ellipse would be. The major axes, is it going to be horizontal or is it going to be vertical? Where's the bigger denominator? 9, and it's below the x. So think x-axis right now in your head. Is that horizontal or vertical? Horizontal. So we say the major axis is horizontal. And you're going to tell me how long it is in a couple minutes. All right, part B. The center. Shoot, come on now. Don't start. The center. Take the opposite. Ready? Take the opposite. So the center will be 4. Ooh, nothing's there, but what do you think I'm still going to put? You're correct. A 0. Tell me something about the major axes. Horizontal or vertical? Why? Because the 25 is below the y. Y-axis is vertical, so major axis is vertical. All good. You notice anything about those denominators too? Other than one being bigger than the other? They're all perfect squares for a reason. All right, for a reason. Let's go to 2 now. Let's go to 2. Now we're going to start graphing these bad boys. Find the center, length. Okay, so let's just do the center first. What's the center? There's nothing there, right? Except x squared and y squared. So the center will be the origin. So everyone go ahead, set up an xy axis for me right now and graph the origin, the center. Is the major axis going to be horizontal or vertical? Horizontal or vertical? Horizontal. Okay, now I need to show you how far away from the center we go to find how long it is. Mike, what'd you tell me about those numbers on the bottom? They're perfect squares. Ready? Let's take 64. You take the square root of the denominator. Square root of the denominator? 8. That 8, the square root of that 8 tells me where to go to the left and to the right of this, the major axes. So I'm going to go, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plot a point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plot a point. Which comes to the second question. How long is the major axis? How long is this axis right here? You just went 8 and you just went 8. So it's 16 units. All right, so the major axis equals 16 units. So I take the square root and double it, basically. I take the square root and double it. What about the minor one? I take 25, take the square root. How many units above and below am I going? 5, so 5 above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How long is the minor one then? 10 units. And then go ahead. As smooth as you guys can make this. There's your ellipse. That's probably the best one I've ever made right there. Can we just all admire that for a quick second? It's pretty good. Anybody think they got that beat? No. No. Okay, let's go. Part B. Hook me up with the center. Yeah, it is. 4, -2. Set up your graph and graph the center. 4, -2. Set it up. Man, this rain's a killer. Major axes. Where's it going to be? Vertical or horizontal? Vertical, so I want to go up and down here. How many units do I want to go up and down from my center? 5 units, yep, because everyone see above the Y is 25, the bigger one. So I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what about to the right and the left for the minor axes? 3 to the left, 3 to the right. You guys are fine. You're picking it up great. No issues. How long was the major one? Oh, be careful. How long was the major one? How many units? 5 times 2, right? 10 units. And how about how long was the minor one? 3 times 2, 6. Ask now, because I'm going to a totally different concept next. Anything you want to ask? The square root just tells you how far left, right, up, and down I go from the center. I got to multiply that by 2 to see how long it is. Everyone good? Yeah, let's go. Last new vocab term for today. Find the, anybody want to pronounce that? Foci. The kids on the street call it the foci. Okay. All right, the foci. You want to go back to the beginning of the packet where I gave you that graph? Maybe you can tell me a little something about the foci. Here's a foci right here. Here's a foci. Where are they always located? On the, what's this right here? Oh, no, not on the X. On the major. They're always, foci, always on the major. So let's jot that down. Always on the major axis. So number 1, always on the major axis. Not on the X, always on the major axis. And the second thing, you don't have to turn back, just take a look at mine. They're going to be the same distance from the center point. That distance you got to find on your own. Okay, that distance. So I don't know how far they are from the center, but we can find it using a formula. Here's the formula we're going to use. Let me go back. There it is. So just the second thing, they are C units from the center. And I'll show you how to find the value of C now. Here's how you find C. A squared minus, not, this isn't Pythag. A squared minus B squared equals C squared. What questions do you have now? Go. Nothing? What's this maybe? Where do I get this, right? Well, once you calm down, that's where you're going to get it from. Okay, now you can steal my fire. Go ahead. Where do I get it from? They're your denominators. They're your denominators. So go back to, because it wants us to do it for example 2 here. So everyone go back to the equation in example 2 for me. What were my a squared and b squared values there? And you never want to take the negative, so make sure the higher one goes first. All right, you don't want to take the square root of a negative number. So what was in there? What was the example? We're doing it for example 2. Okay, so example 2a. Is everyone all right if I just do 2a and not go to 2b? Okay, we get the idea. If I just do one of them, we don't have to do both. All right, so I'm doing 2a right now. So I'm going to do 64 minus 25 equals c squared. And as a rule through the entire unit, let's just round to the nearest tenth when you find that c value. All right, round to the nearest tenth when you find the c value. Square root of 39, what do we got? 6.2? Okay. Okay, so it's going to be 6.2 units away from the center. What was our center? For number 2a, what was our center? 0, 0, right? So here's my question to you. Do I go up, down, or left and right? Where are they always located? Major axes. Go back to problem 2a. So it's going to be left and right. What was our center again? 0, 0. So everyone go, let's go all go to the right 6.2 units from 0, 0. What's my new point? So from 0, 0, I'm going to go to the, because the major axis is horizontal, everyone go 6.2 units to the right. Where are you? 6.2 comma 0. So there's one foci. And going to the left. Going to the left. Negative 6.20. Yep. It's like we need to do a quick pick-me-up, huh? We could just start teaching like this. That'd be good. Yeah. I could pull this. Get used to that sound, some of you. All right. Just joking. Everyone good? All good? Okay. Got 2 more with me. We're putting it all together now. There's the graph. On your own, just using the graph, what's the length of the major and the minor? Be careful, they're going by 2s. So the major looks like I'm going from -9 to 9. I heard it already. That's a length of 18 for the major. What about the minor? From -4 to 4, that's a distance of 8. Okay, you ready for the equation now? Okay, questions on major and minor length? Okay, here we go. I know it's something plus something equals 1, right? Top. First, let's find the center. What's the center? It's 0, 0. So really, I don't need any parentheses here. I can just do x squared plus y squared. Okay, be careful. This is where everyone makes the mistakes first. Those denominators. Where's the bigger one going to be? Under the x or the y? X, because that's where the major one is. All right. What number should I put here? Be careful. Be careful. What was that distance here? 9. So I square it and get 81. I don't square the 18. It's that divided by 2 squared. And now what would the underneath the y be? 4 squared, 16. And then find the foci now. Find the foci. A squared minus B squared equals C squared. So 81 minus, don't square them, they're already squared. 81 minus 16 equals C squared. What was that to the nearest tenth? 65, square root of 65. 8.1. Okay. So from the center, you're going 8.1 units. Is this to the left, right, up and down? Left and right, because that's where the major axes are. Foci are on the major. So you're going to go 8.1 units to the right from the origin and then to the left. So where are my two foci here? 8.1 comma 0 and negative 8.1 comma 0. All good? Okay, now last one. It's not the origin, the center, and the major axis is now vertical. So how do I end up with the foci here? All right, so just keep counting still. Major, and I'll ask somebody for the major and the minor. Did you count how long that should be? Looks like 16 units, right? Everyone good on the major, 16 units? And going across horizontally, the minor? Big 8. All right. Something plus something equals 1. What's going to go in your parentheses now for the center? It's negative 5, 1. So what's going to go in the first parenthesis? X plus 5 all squared. And then y minus 1 all squared. Okay, be careful, denominators. What goes underneath the x? Remember, that's your minor, so that should be 4. 8 divided by 2, which is 4 squared, 16. And then what about under the y? 64. And then the foci. (64 minus 16 equals c squared). Square root of 48. 6.9. All right, now I'm interested to see what you do here because it's not the origin anymore. Now you're going up and down to find the foci. Now you're going up and down. So from negative 5, 1, you're going to go up 6.9 and down 6.9. Guys, let's make it easy on ourselves. What coordinate's not going to change? When you go up and down here, what's going to stay the same, that x or the y coordinate of your center? So it should, hey, you should still be giving me negative 5 comma something, negative 5 comma something. That x value won't change when you move up and down. You just got to tell me what that little something something is. When you go up, what is it? Negative 5. 7.9. 1 plus 6.9, right? 1 plus 6.9 is 7.9. And then what about when you go down? 1 minus 6.9. Negative 5, negative 5.9. Okay. Real quick before we end the day here, I'm done with the problems, don't worry. Wasn't planning on it, a little unexpected over the weekend, but I won't be here tomorrow. Okay. I got to leave at 10 o'clock tomorrow. You guys know the deal. Day 2. Get it done, please. All right, get it done. I don't think I'm going to check it on Thursday. What I'll do instead is, what'd you get for this? What'd you get for this? To see if we really understood it and did it. Okay?